Still live on News Desk on JoyNews. I am Daniel Dazi. Millennium Excellence Foundation, organizers of the 2017 Ghana Expatriates Business Awards, are today appearing before the 5-member ad hoc committee probing the cash receipt allegation. The company is accused of extorting money from expatriates businessmen to sit close to President Akufo-Addo during the awards event with the aid of the Ministry for Trade and Industry. Alan Tremantin, Trade Minister, admitted to the committee when he appeared last Friday that some individuals paid monies, but it was not in order to sit close to the president, since some people who sat on the presidential table paid nothing. Alhaji Muntaka Mubarak and Samuel Okujesu Ablakwa, both members of parliament of the minority side, appeared before the committee days ago. We will be taking you to Parliament for the hearing as the Millennium Excellence Foundation and the officials from that organization appear to answer questions being put to them by the committee. Now, the most interesting element of this story, of course, came soon after Mr. Ashim Morton, head of the foundation, organized a press conference, and it was found by members of the public and the media that there were lots of discrepancies between what he was saying and what the Trade Ministry had said earlier. We'll go to the hearing now to find out if some of those contradictions appear today as well.
Last year. So we have invited you to assist us to understand the issues surrounding this. So I will give the floor to Ambassador Victor Beho to tell us what he knows or what he has for us. And then after that, we propose that after him, we'll continue to listen to Ambassador Ashim Morton, and then the questions and the clarifications will come after that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman and distinguished and honorable members of the Special Committee, on behalf of the Millennium Excellence Foundation, I wish to take this opportunity to make a statement at the beginning of the Foundation's assistance to you in getting to the bottom of the matter in issue. The statement has become necessary because individuals and media persons have made recent allegations, the effect of which has been to impugn the integrity and indeed the usefulness of the Millennium Excellence Foundation. My purpose, therefore, in making this statement is to set the records straight, thereby assisting the Special Committee to make the right conclusions at the end of the hearing. To begin with, as you have been told, my name is James Victor Beho. I'm a retired career diplomat, a former Minister of Foreign Affairs of this country, a former member of this noble House of Parliament, and a former special representative of the Secretary General of the United Nations with the rank of an Under Secretary General. And finally a past president of the ECOWAS Commission. I was educated at the University of Ghana and the Foreign Service Institutes of our continent, as well as in Europe and Asia. I was invited to become the non-executive and non-salaried chairman of the Millennium Excellence Foundation by its founder, Ambassador Ashim Morton, who is also the foundation's chief executive officer, to become a chairman of the foundation. Now, the reasons given me then were that a chairman was needed in order to complete the list of members of the leadership of the foundation. I accepted the invitation for the following reasons. First of all, I knew at first hand the orientation of the Millennium Excellence Foundation, having been a former recipient of one of the awards of the foundation. I knew it well. Secondly, I bought into the aims and objectives of the Millennium Excellence Foundation, which are to search for, unearth, showcase, and award individuals and institutions who have achieved excellence in any of the sectors of our national endeavors. And thirdly, I accepted because I had known its chief executive officer, Ambassador Ashim Morton, since his student days at the Columbia University in New York in the United States, while I was Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Ghana to the United Nations. I had known him as a very hard worker, and a passionate believer in the latent but noble skills and other achievements of Ghanaians and Africans. His passion for these were exhibited even then, and I was not at all surprised when, on his return to Ghana, he launched the Millennium Excellence Foundation to achieve precisely those aims. Ambassador Morton, since launching the Millennium Excellence Foundation, has earned for himself and the foundation the praise and respect of governments, heads of state, outstanding businessmen and politicians, social workers, and educationists on the continent of Africa and beyond. Some of these include personalities such as Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa, Moi Kibaki of Kenya, His Excellency Edem Kojo of Togo, His Excellency Aliou Mahama, the late Vice President of this country, ex-President Jerry John Rawlings, His Excellency John Ajekun Kufuor, the former heads of state of this country, His Excellency Kofi Annan, the Secretary General, former Secretary General of the UN, His Excellency John Atta Mills, Brother Muammar Gaddafi, Mo Ibrahim, businessmen like Jim Ovia, Aliko Dangote, and Tony Elumelu, all Nigerians, to mention but a few. These outstanding players on the African country have appreciated the vision, industry, high quality, and professionalism of Ambassador Morton, and willingly participated in the foundation's activities when they were requested to in the past. I had absolutely no difficulty, therefore, in accepting to become the chairman of the foundation. Mr. Chairman, sir, contrary to the inaccurate picture being peddled currently by Ambassador Morton's detractors, painting him as a charlatan, out to deceive unsuspecting clients, many others, including myself, can confirm that this Columbia University trained architect and a keen believer in Africa and Africans, a man of vision and mission, is God-fearing, he possesses integrity, truth, and fairness in everything that he does, with a strong passion for charitable interventions. I have no doubt, Mr. Chairman and honorable members of this special committee, that by the end of this hearing, we will all find him an asset to his countrymen and women. Honorable Chairman, at this stage, and in view of the acrimonious debate in the media on this issue, I wish to recall that the mandate of your special committee has been indeed what you just outlined to the committee, and that is to investigate the truth or otherwise of the allegations made that expatriate businessmen and business houses in Ghana were levied certain sums of money to sit next to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and to this end, and following the testimony of the Minister of Trade and Industries, the Millennium Excellence Foundation is here today to clarify its role in the inquiry and not to rehash what has already been clarified by the Ministry of Trade and Industries. The Millennium Excellence Foundation will, in the circumstance, rely on the sense of fairness and commitment of you, sir, and your honorable colleagues so that we may hold a successful hearing and interrogation of the matter in hand. To that end, I wish to state that the Millennium Excellence Foundation has been in existence for almost 3 decades now, and it was founded by Ambassador Ashimorton, as I have already mentioned, as a non-governmental organization dedicated to charitable activities and the setting of excellence in all aspects of our national activities. It has since held its awards in Ghana, in Kenya, and Nigeria with resounding successes. Awardees have included politicians, businesses and business houses, industry, social workers, scientists, educationists, etc. The common denominator of all these categories of persons has been the attainment of excellence and the capacity to inspire others, especially the youth of this country and the continent of Africa generally. The procedures and processes for determining winners have been well crafted to make decisions reached accurate and credible. These include the services of professional accounting and other auditing bodies to stress the integrity of the system. I am pleased to observe that in 3 decades of existence, the Foundation has never suffered criticism or derogatory allegations until now. The Millennium Excellence Foundation has a board of directors and governors who consist of eminent citizens with considerable experiences of our country and the continent of Africa. The life patron, who takes considerable interest in the activities of the foundation, is, I'm happy to inform you, no less a person than His Majesty Nanosi Tutu II, the Asante Hene, whose encouragement and guidance has been invaluable over the years. It is also necessary to clarify that since the Millennium Excellence Foundation is a company limited by guarantees, it relies at all times on sponsorship. In other words, whatever initiative it wants to pursue, it must go out first to win sponsorship and to interest people financially in its project. Hence, its expertise in fundraising and event management generally is without equal. In this regard, the foundation has faced serious financial challenges in the past and, on the whole, has pulled through, if even it barely keeps its head above water, contrary to the popular belief that it is rich. Hence, the situation in which the founder, chairman, directors and governors remain unsalaried. For example, our Chief Executive Officer and founder, Ambassador Morton, is indeed the Chief Executive Officer of this organization. He is over 50 years of age, married with children, but still does not have a house of his own and continues to live in his father's house until now. Honorable Chairman, that in a nutshell is the background account of the history, purposes, and procedures in the Millennium Excellence Foundation. It is indeed a corporate organization, the decisions of which and procedures adopted are realized together and not by only one person. With regard to the evolution of the concept of the Ghana Expatriate Business Awards, the Special Committee may wish to know that it was the brainchild of our founder, which was endorsed by the board of the foundation. When the board paid a courtesy call on His Excellency, the President, last year, the board listed this project as one of the items on its agenda in the coming year. The idea and concept was very well received by His Excellency the President, who wished the Millennium Excellence Foundation well in its future endeavors. Mr. Chairman, you may wish to know that we sought and received the partnership of the Ministry of Trade and Industry on the idea which had not as yet been practiced either in Ghana or any other African country at that stage. We sought and received the partnership of the Ministry of Trade and Industries on clearly spelled out areas of responsibility. The rest is history. The Millennium Excellence Foundation did not, and Mr. Chairman, I wish to repeat that the Millennium Excellence Foundation did not coerce or levy any persons or institution to come out with sums of money that would enable them to sit next to the head of state. The foundation found voluntary sponsors to support the first-class event that was held. It did not sell seats for cash, nor was any expatriate firm excluded from the attendance of the event because it did not sponsor. Indeed, it is a fact that most of the VIPs seated on the presidential table did not pay sponsorship of the alleged $100,000 before the gala event. Finally, Mr. Chairman, I wish on behalf of the Millennium Excellence Foundation to confirm that the foundation did not participate nor encouraged any stratagem to steal money from any businessman or government. On the other hand, the Millennium Excellence Foundation appreciated the purposes of the scheme that we developed together with the Ministry of Trade and Industries, including the procedure to open an account with the ministry for purposes of accountability and setting up of a enlarged committee to ensure the participation of as many stakeholders as possible and the leaving of fundraising exclusively in the hands of the Millennium Excellence Foundation. Honorable Chairman and honorable members of the Special Committee, I'm done with this background information on the Millennium Excellence Foundation and its role in the event that is under scrutiny. But as I said, I am a non-executive chairman and will therefore leave the nuts and bolts to my colleague, Ambassador Ashim Morton, if you, Mr. Chairman, would allow that. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ambassador Victor Beho. I think we will pass on the baton to Ambassador Ashim Morton to also do his presentation to the committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to use this opportunity to make a small illustration on this board beside me. So, it is working. It is working. Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to use this illustration to totally debunk the conception that people pay cash for seats. This cash is inside of an intermediate. Now, if you look back here, this is the layout of the moving pit in the back of the hall. This is the back of the hall, and this is the front of the hall. This is the stage where recipients receive their prizes, and all around here are the seating arrangements. And in the center is the gold presidential table. Now, if you look to the back, the black tables back here, companies that sponsored up to $15,000 sat at the back of the hall. companies have sponsored up to $25,000 sat the perimeter of the back of the hall here and here. In green,